was the only player in Division 2 to do that this year, and if he can do it again today, it goes a long way towards deciding today's result.
Yeah, there's a big job for all of the defence. Obviously, yeah, Brambles going to have the job on Hughes, which is the biggest of them all, which will probably allow Dale Staddington and guys like Nathan Andrews in defence, Jack Dyson as well, to probably just get free a little bit and get a few touches of the footy and let them rebound out of defence. So Bramble certainly has a big job, but I think all of Whittlesea's defence will come into play today. But the two players I'm really looking forward to watching are the two number ones from both sides. Jared King, the number one player for Lalor with the number one Guernsey, plays off half-back and was exceptional last week, the man of the match, Miles Greensborough player of the day, which will be awarding again later today. And then also for Whittlesea, Andrew Fairchild, who kicked 7 goals last week. He's the captain of Whittlesea, and he's always up for a big game, and I'm sure he will be again today.
So all with readiness now. Umpire running to the edge of the square. Lalor against Whittlesea. The prize for the winner again is first place on the ladder with 3 rounds remaining. Huge game in round 15, getting set to take off. And just about all in readiness. You can already see Jared King already pushing to the back half-back flank, and Ben Russell's the man on him. He obviously playing forward, but they're looking probably for a defensive job from him as well. Umpire, ball in hand. Tom Flanagan, take it away.
Going to be Langbourne and Stefano to go at it. Langbourne won the first one down, only into the path there of Dornoff, who picked it up, got tackled straight away, wrapped up in a massive tackle, and it was paid holding the ball, so it's going to be a Whittlesea ball at half-back.
So Whittlesea get first possession. This one's going to be through Dornoff, who swings it out the near side, and the good mark taken at half-back. There's a kick up the line, good mark taken by Russell, just ahead of his opponent, and Baddeley Kelly, the winger. Now Whittlesea screw one around the corner, go almost inside forward 50, just on the 50. On the perimeter, they're taken down at true centre-half forward. The ball will hit the deck. The umpire will get a second stoppage for the afternoon, and we'll have a ball up about 55 metres out from Whittlesea's goal. Quick throw up. Langbourne and Stefano doing the ruck work. Stefano flips it out the back. Taking the ground, there's a high free kick that's given, and it's going to go the way of Lalor on half-back, and this is going to be Shannon Smith, the captain, centre half-back. Goes out to the far side. Bounces once in front of Freeban, who takes it on the bounce just and gets away from his man. Cuts a path inside the wing and then goes on the left boot inside forward 50. The first entry of the day for the Bloods. It came off Hughes' wrist, looking for Gibson. Gibson tracked it to the boundary line, but it went over in the forward pocket. And there'll be a throw in about 30 metres around from Lalor's goal.
So as Jordan said, 30 metres out from the Lalor goal, deep in the right forward pocket. Boundary umpire hurls the ball back over his head. Working hard there is Stefano to bring the ball to ground. Going in hard. Nice work there at the back by Horman. He moves it, switches it to the other side of the ground, where Bairn's able to take the mark, and he goes short to Russell, who takes it on half-back. He wants to go straight away, decides to. Moves it up towards half-forward with a long-ranging kick. The whistle has gone from the umpire. It's going to be a downfield free kick. It'll be a Whittlesea ball.
Yeah, it's going to go to Dyson there. Well, it's going to be awarded to him. He won't get the kick since it's downfield. His brother will take it. So Max Dyson was held there by Scott Morrison, but it's Riley Dyson now at half-forward to send Whittlesea inside 50.
Riley Dyson decides to go laterally. Finds a teammate inside who launches a big long ball towards the goal square. Is it going to have the distance? Yes, but not the accuracy. Out to the left, one behind. And that was for Matty Dornoff. Yeah,
it was. He ran past. They obviously knew he had the thumping kick on him. He got the carry certainly with ease. It was just the accuracy in the end. So a minor score. It's Whittlesea one behind. Lalor hasn't scored. We've gone 2 minutes first term here from Lalor reserve.
Jared King to bring it out from full-back. He goes up the middle, does a bashahuli, but it comes off for him this time. A short kick. And he finds Curtis, who plays in defensive 50. Back out to King, who goes up the line on the far side. Club room wing, no mark taken. Andrews lingers, but Lalor get it back through Jacobs. Off to King again, and once again he goes booming up the line. Finds a good mark to parry. It was a good kick from King. He goes to the outside, and now Lalor go back inside forward 50 again. Hughes' presence is big, and he receives a free kick.
Holding on.
Inside the forward 50, Lalor will get a free kick through Todd Hughes.
Well, he was goalless last time the sides played. He kicked 4 last weekend in the win over Thomastown. He's now the outright leader in the Division 2 goal-kicking stakes, 3 ahead of Matt Ferraro, and a chance here to kick the first goal in this top 2 clash.
Blew the game open last week, didn't he, in that third quarter with those 3 goals. Game was pretty much in the balance for the first 2 and a bit quarters, and then Hughes just got on the end of a couple and kicked some miraculous goals from about 50-55 metres out, and he could get them off to a sensational start here today. The Bloods, he's going to be kicking from the 50 on the paint. He puts his boot through the ball. He doesn't mind that one at all. It's the first goal of the day for Lalor.
Lovely kick there from Todd Hughes. A nice coast-to-coast play after Whittlesea kicked the opening behind of the game. Todd Hughes on the board. He's kicked another one for the season. He's gone well into the 50s now, and Lalor on the board. They're 1 goal straight 6. Whittlesea's 1 behind. We have gone here in this first term 3.5 minutes. The Bloods with first blood. Pardon the pun there, guys.
So the early goal here for Lalor goes the way of Todd Hughes, who extends his lead as the Division 2 leading goal scorer, now with 55 for the season. Kicked 52 last year.
High tackle.
Ball up in the middle results in a high tackle. It's going to go the
50.
way. Whittlesea and 50 as well. Riley Dyson was pushed off it. So Whittlesea will get almost an instantaneous inside 50 from the restart. And Riley Dyson's probably within range here because the ground isn't too huge. It's very close from the centre circles to the 50. So Riley Dyson standing directly on centre half forward on the 50. Runs inside, directly in front. He'll kick it from 40 metres out. Right foot kick is on the way, and Whittlesea respond.
Well, it's a disappointing follow-up there for Lalor, isn't it? They kicked the first goal and then ill-disciplined, a free kick, I guess, to start it off, which is all well and good, but then the 50-metre as well. We did talk to Jared King in the aftermath of last week's game, and he just said that the one area that he thought the side could potentially improve upon is just a discipline at times, and we saw them give a few 50 metres away last weekend, and already an early one here. Riley Dawson making no mistake with the resulting kick, and Whittlesea moved to 1 goal 1-7. Lalor's 1 goal straight 6. We've got 5 minutes first term.
So 1 point the lead for the Eagles. 5 minutes gone in the first quarter here at Lalor Reserve. A goal for Riley Dyson and a goal for Todd Hughes of Lalor. Do wait for the ball to come back into the middle. Harley Ryan, Ben Curtis and Blake Polidano the ins today for Lalor. Out goes Nick Sandy and Jared Glowry. We'll get to Whittlesea in just a moment as the play restarts from the middle. Andrews comes through, handballs backwards to Russell, who links up on the outside, and now Whittlesea go inside forward 50 again into the pocket. There could be another result here, but the kick was a poor one. A bit too heavy for the target in the forward pocket, and it goes out for a boundary throw-in. The ins today for Whittlesea, Paul Higgins and Daniel Sage. Out Brenton Briffer and Jai Robinson.
Yeah, Harley Ryan at the moment with the job on Matthew Adder. Good to see him back in the side. He has missed the past 2 games for the Bloods.
So ball thrown in. Nice work by Langbourne. Get it down to King. King with a long hide, spiralling tumbler up towards the wing. Overshot the head of a couple. Scotty Dow's going to be the first one there for Lalor. Going in hard is McAuliffe as well at ground level. There's going to be a tackle laid here by the Lalor players. Good hands by Gibson to try and find Jacobs. Couldn't pick it up straight away. Nice work going through there is Murphy in there. Linking up nicely through the middle of the ground. Long to Hughes. He was just out-muscled nicely there at the back by Bramble. But working hard to get inside there was Jai Badley Kelly, but he couldn't put it through for a goal. He just dribbled it towards the behinds, and it is that score. 1 behind out for the left.
So it's 1-1-7 Lalor, 1-1-7 Whittlesea. Saddington to bring the ball back into play. Goes short. Lalor now, sorry, in fact, Whittlesea looking to move the ball through the scoreboard wing of the ground. Long kick looking for Stefano. Here's the target, got edged out of it, and he'll get a free kick pushing the back there, the big fella. So it's Nathan Stefano with the footy. He gave the handball straight away to Dornoff. And now Dornoff, well, the bounce didn't come up to himself. He's got a teammate on the outside, though, Jack Dyson, but he sold him under the pump. He was wrapped up straight away in a big tackle. And we'll have a ball up centre wing. Great tackle there from Scott Morrison. And the ball now to be brought back into play. Stefano to do the ruck work here for Whittlesea. He's going to go up against Jared Parry. Ball one to the front of the pack there. Whittlesea's thumb is at ground level, but crashing through there, Badley Kelly. Got it to King. Handball inside to Jacob there, who had to wait for the foot. He went over his head. It gives Omerod a chance here. He's going to kick inside 50. It's a nice looking kick. Hands to the footy there by Daniel. Trying to flick a handball was Fairchild. He couldn't find Horman. Ball at ground level now. Omerod goes in hard again. Getting in low. Daniel crashed through. Handball to Dornoff. Now to Riley Dyson. His handball's errant. Smothered there. And now ball in dispute at ground level. Jared King takes the footy. Left foot kick goes long looking for a teammate, but it's going to be turned over. A strong mark in defence here by Paul Higgins.
Higgins on right half back, goes into the middle of the ground, finds a man in the corridor. Good mark taken. There's a few numbers inside here for Whittlesea. Over the top, Ormerod takes it just forward of centre. He's got King harrying him, but Ormerod gets away. He goes inside forward 50, but the kick goes straight down the throat of Jason Dowell, who takes a brilliant mark at full back. And Lalor can reset from defence.
Yeah, Ormerod didn't see Fairchild making the lead into the pocket. He kicked to where he was, not where he was going to be. And a dangerous exit coming out of defence here from Lalor, but Scotty Dowell juggles it nicely and then brings it in, gives it over to Freeban, who kicks one up towards the wing, and a nice juggling mark there taken by Badley Kelly. used his body nicely to get himself in a good position, then sold a bit of candy and now goes with a left foot. It was a bit of a worm burner, wasn't what he intended. Now 3-on-1, Whittlesea going to go out the other way. Matty Dornoff gets the looping handball. Handball to Dyson, then to Stefano, back to Dornoff. Dornoff about 70 metres out now, over the top, back to Riley Dyson. He goes with a right foot kick. Is it going to swing back towards the goals? 2-on-2 in the goal square. Good defensive effort there by Dow. Handball out into Tyronis. Tyronis' kick, no good. Riley Dyson involved again. He should have a ping. No, he decides to square it up to the hot spot, and that was the right decision. Fairchild takes the mark 20 metres out, pretty much directly in front.
Oh, Kane Tyronis will be kicking himself. That was a poor kick. He's had 2 shockers so far, Tyronis. He missed one earlier to get his team out of defence, and then that one he shanked it and turned it over. That was this is going to be a shot at goal from a mistake from a Lalor defender.
So his 100th senior game for Whittlesea. Played his 100th game for Whittlesea last week. 100th senior game this week for Andrew Fairchild. He kicked 7 last week, and he's got his first of the afternoon. Goal to Fairchild.
Lalor 1-1-7, Whittlesea 2-1-13 after 9.5 minutes in the first quarter. So Whittlesea, they lead by 6 points.
We will go around the grounds in Division 1, guys. Of course, big day of footy all around the Northern Football League today. We will keep you updated with those around the ground scores, with Whittlesea here leading by that one straight goal there, 2-1-13 to Lalor's 1-1-7. Heidelberg 3-1-19 off to a flyer. Altham has not scored. McLeod's 2-1-13 to Montmorency yet to score. Greensborough 1-1-7 leads West Preston 1 behind, and Bundoora with the opening goal against Northcote Park there, 1-1-7. The Bulls yet to score.
437 goals for Andrew Fairchild in his career, which began back in 2007 with Greensborough. Joined Whittlesea back in 2010. 144 games all up in his senior career. 100 games, as we said, for Whittlesea today. He's had a fair old career, has Andrew Fairchild, the captain of Whittlesea. Won a few premierships on the way, of course, as we wait for the ball to come back from over the fence.
Might give us a chance, guys, to go around the grounds in Division 2 as well. It's going to be a fair wait, it looks like. So we've got Panton Hill, 2 goals straight, 12. Mernda, the 1 behind. And in Division 3, guys, St Mary's taking on Banyule. St Mary's got off to a good start. They kicked the first 2, but now Banyule 3-1-19. St Mary's 2-2-14. South Morang, 2 goals straight, 12. Watsonia yet to score. And Epping, 2 straight, 12. Leeds Reservoir yet to score.
Umpires Justin Coots and Alex Langdon this afternoon as we get underway again. Stefano just got a fingertip to that one, but didn't get it to a teammate. But there will be a second stoppage from the middle. So Stefano and Parry in the ruck now for Lalor. Stefano gets a big leap over the top of Parry. Might come out the way here for Ryan. Trying to get it off the ground. Does very well to pick it up and handball straight away to King, who goes into Curtis at centre half back. Up through the middle towards half forward. They might get an inside 50 here. Dow's moved forward. He tries to corral his man. He does. Handball's away, but it was turned over straight away. It was a poor handball. Went over to Dyson, so Whittlesea get it back. This is now Murphy. He goes around the corner up towards centre wing. It bounces up right angles inside the square, but Stefano's tap was turned over. Curtis gets it back for the Bloods. He cuts a path across the centre square, and the mark is taken by Murphy on the outer wing. A right foot kick up towards centre half forward. Good sprawl at the back from Saddington. They'll get a second chance though. King runs in on 50, launches towards goal, and he puts it through. Lalor get one back, and they level. Great running goal from Jared King, who made the run all the way up from half-back, kept running up towards the forward 50 and kicked truly from 45 metres out. Lalor 2-1-13, Whittlesea 2-1-13, 12 minutes gone, first quarter.
Good game of footy here. Midway through this first quarter, couple of goals apiece. King and Hughes, the stars for Lalor, getting involved, and for Whittlesea, Fairchild getting on the board nice and early, as has Riley Dyson. All the stars making their names known in this early part of this game as the ball's come to half forward again here for Whittlesea. Adder handballs it in front of himself. Maxie Dyson picks it up deep in the right forward pocket. Handball back to a teammate, Jason Murphy. He goes up towards the goal square and a juggled mark. Lovely work there. Sorry, it's Jaron Murphy kicking it up towards the goal square. Great mark by Fairchild again. He's looking ominous.
It is those two number ones we spoke about, Jared King and Andrew Fairchild, having a pretty good game so far. 13 minutes into the first quarter, and looks like it's going to be a pretty tight contest between these two sides.
And the late change there for Lalor, guys, in the number 12 is the youngster Dadara back. So he's a late call-up as Fairchild comes in now for his second, and from point-blank range, he makes no mistake. He's having a good start to his 100th senior game for Whittlesea. He's kicked 2, and the Eagles go to 3 goals at 1-19. Lalor 2-1-13. Entertaining game, guys. End-to-end stuff, and it at the moment, it's the side who just gets the ball out in midfield is able to score quite freely. It's been a very high-scoring start to the game.
Yeah, free-flowing footy, and if the rain holds off, we could have a shootout. Hughes at one end, Fairchild at the other end. If they just keep bombing it along from the clearances, we could see some big scores from those two boys.
Pardon me, it's looking pretty promising so far. Should probably cough off air as the ball gets thrown up from the middle. Parry doing the ruck work against Stefano, is it? No, it's not. It's doing the ruck work is Brett Hayes. Regardless, that ball went straight to ground and we'll have a second stoppage right in the middle of Lalor reserve. Thrown up again. Parry got the early lead, didn't get the tap though. We'll get a second bite at it. Handball's out the back to Jacobs, who goes off to Smith, who delivers inside 50 again. They're looking good from the clearances, but that wasn't a good kick from Smith, and it's turned over to Saddington, who flares one out wide to left half back. A good mark taken on the outer side by Higgins. Still inside his defensive 50, about 40 metres out from defensive goal. Chips that one over the top. Russell takes it at his knees, goes back to Higgins, who pierces a worm burner up towards centre wing. It just works here for Addo, who gets it on the bounce. Handballs backwards to a teammate. Now they go up the line, but it was a bit too tight. I think that one's gone out of bounds on the full. That was Daniel Sage who couldn't reel that one in. And so Lalor will get it at right half back, and they kick up the line into the corridor. At the back, it's not a good kick either. Saddington again takes the relieving mark, and now they can go through the middle. Jack Dyson impeded momentarily. Again impeded, taken the ground by Curtis. They waited too long, Whittlesea, and Lalor will get the ball back.
That first handball just didn't quite get to Jack Dyson. He had to wait for it, and by the time he got it, Curtis was upon him. Great tackle there, and his left foot kick in close is a good one. Finds Bonson, a former Whittlesea player, of course. Bonson
played well last week.
He goes looking for Dowell. He's under the foot. He got to the front spot. Ball came from behind. That was from McAuliffe now. Ball in dispute. Hands and knees. Lalor are going to win this one out. Ball comes on the outside. Kick forward there by Murphy in the direction of Hughes, trying to paddle it with one hand, keep an opponent out with the other. Good bit of work there by Bramble, giving him no space. And we'll have a ball up 35 metres out from the Lalor goal. They're kicking to the cricket net end of the ground. They trail here after 15 and a half minutes, 2-1-13. Whittlesea, 3-1-19.
Ball at ground level, trying to burst through the stoppage there. Maxi Dyson, kick partially smothered, bit of a falcon going on there. Going in hard there is Jacobs as well, and Gibson. He kicks it towards the goal square over the head of Hughes. Is it going to roll? It is going to roll. Through for a goal. Ben Gibson gets his first for the day.
Well, Hughes there didn't soccer it through, had the chance to. He was generous there, but nice bit of work there by Gibson. Won the hard ball in dispute and put that one through for his side's third. Scores are level, and guys, this is exactly what you want out of a top of the table clash, isn't it? Lalor going to 3 goals, 1-19. Whittlesea also 3-1-19. It's a high scoring affair.
It's a goal for goal affair as well. No one's put consecutive goals on the board yet. It's been a good game so far. 16 minutes gone here in the first quarter. 3-1-19 apiece as the ball restarts from the middle. Dornoff's in there, tries to shrug a tackle, just gets his handball away. They get a handball out wide to Max Dyson, who takes it on the run, and now they go inside forward 50 with Higgins, who looks for Fairchild. He couldn't take the mark. He was bumped out of the contest. Lalor providing numbers. The ball spills out here. It could go Whittlesea's way. And a free kick. And has gone Whittlesea's way. Murphy played on and kicked the goal. Have they paid the advantage? I don't think they have. But regardless, Whittlesea will have a free kick directly in front of goal, and this will be, again, to go up by 6 points.
Well, it just seems to be as soon as one side kicks one, the other one responds straight back. It's, we haven't seen consecutive goals at either end, but Whittlesea certainly, to each time Lalor's scored a goal. In fact, Whittlesea would have kicked consecutive goals earlier on in the game, but every time Lalor's got one, they've got one back in the next minute. Here is a chance here for Jan and Daniel to go through and kick his side's fourth, puts it straight through the middle, and the Eagles again lead by 1 goal. It is a shootout. Whittlesea 4-1-25, Lalor 3-1-19, 17 and a quarter minutes played in this first term as we go around the grounds in Division 1. McLeod off to a fast start, 3 goals, 2-20. Montmorency's 1 behind. Eltham 2 behind, trails Heidelberg 3-1-19. Greensborough 2-2-14, trails West Preston Lakeside 3-2-20. And Bundoora off to a flyer, 4-1-25. Northcote Park has not scored.
Bulls are up and about in a crunch game there. But back here, Lalor Whittlesea. It is a shootout, as we mentioned a couple of times before, and now the ball is back in the middle, following the most recent goal. And now back up at the stoppage, one down to BN. He was the first one to pick it up. Going in hard is Jacobs here for Lalor. Also at the bottom of the pack going in is Freeburn. He got taken off it. Now handball back from Maxie Dyson. Releases a man in space out the back of the contest, and Jaron Murphy has been good in this first quarter. High kick up, second grabber, wasn't able to be reeled in on that occasion by Stefano. Free kick over the shoulder for Jared King.
Yeah,
He'll take it at half back.
That's against Stefano there. Just a fraction overzealous. I liked his effort there up in the marking contest, and then to show that tackle at ground level. Just got King, who is a shorter player than he, a bit high, as Bean now spoils the kick towards Curtis at half forward. Now Bean has front spot, dived on the footy, wrapped up by Curtis straight away. Nice defensive work there by Todd Bean, and a ball up. Half forward for Whittlesea. They lead this one 25-19.
On the front left corner of the centre square, ball thrown up. Parry just flips that one down and doesn't go the way of either team. And we'll have a secondary stoppage. Again on that corner, right near the clubroom side of Lalor Reserve. Good view for the fans on the outer. Ball thrown up again, and there's a free kick. Bit of holding there in the ruck contest, so it goes the way of Parry, who hands off to Jacobs, who booms long up towards centre half forward. No mark taken. Andrews is there for the crumb, and he did very well. And he bounds away from centre half back. Goes up the middle. They might be on here, Whittlesea, but Lalor getting numbers back. Under a bit of pressure. Fairchild did really well. Taps it out. Lalor still fighting on for it, but they turn it over again. Whittlesea kick towards full forward, and Horman takes the mark. 15 metres out from goal.
Lovely bit of work there by Crowley. It was a spearing ball, wasn't it? Fairchild did so well as well. He put the pressure on there. It forced the turnover from the Harley Ryan handball, and a spearing kick by Crowley. Didn't go any higher than a couple of metres off the ground, but straight down the throat of Nick Horman, who's been a good inclusion so far this year, and he can go back and put his side 12 points in front. Horman from point blank range. He has no troubles from there. 5-1-31 Whittlesea. Lalor 3-1-19. Guys, it's a bit different to how I certainly thought it might play out, expecting a contested affair, but it's been free-flowing, and both sides are able to use the ball with skill on the outside, and on that occasion there, a nice link-up play between Crowley and Horman, and the Eagles have 5 goals in the first term before time on.
Well, hopefully the rain holds off and this can continue. It's a sensational brand of footy we're seeing from both these sides here at the moment. Really attacking, aggressive, free-flowing game at the moment, and two game styles that are really enjoyable to watch. Back in the middle now, Jordan.
Ball thrown up. Hayes doing the ruck work against Parry. Doesn't go the way of either ruckman, but Lalor looked for the first clearance. Smith regathers and goes long up towards centre half forward. Again, those inside 50s haven't come up very nicely for Lalor. Saddington took the defensive mark. He's already taken about 3 defensive marks so far, Saddington, as the ball goes out wide. Diving grab taken on the outer side by the Whittlesea man. Defensive side of centre wing, clubroom wing. Kick goes up towards centre half forward for the Eagles, over the top of Fairchild. They might get another run at it here, but Lalor with numbers back. They need to be clean here because they haven't been so far in defence. Coming out at left half back, a good mark taken on the near side by Murphy. Murphy's got a man over the top working for him, and he finds him. Good mark taken. They need to be patient here. Morrison goes up the line, kick hugs the boundary. That's a beautiful kick, but the mark wasn't taken. Saddington came in from the side and affected the spoil. That one's gone out of play. 60 metres out. Saddington's having a good one so far.
Yeah, just got over the top there of Langbourne. Lalor conceded 5 goals, conceded just 6 for the entire game last week, so a bit of a change in style in this game here as Whittlesea with the clearance. Now kick up towards Dyson, did well to paddle it on to Daniel there, and Daniel now hand up on the boundary line, kicks inside 50 looking for Stefano, but he tried to work his man under the ball, but Morrison was having none of that. A fine defensive mark, and now a nice switch, it finds King and he's away.
King on right half back, sweeps a handball forward for Curtis. He took it nicely. Left foot kick up towards the full forward position. Hughes came out, couldn't take the mark. They might get a second chance here. A snapshot at goal, goes towards goal, but it bounces through for a behind. Gibson unlucky.
It's twice he's got himself into dangerous spots. We saw him kick a goal from a clearance or a stoppage inside forward 50 earlier in this term. That time there he wasn't as accurate with his snap around the body. Minor score, but you'd like the fact that he's getting into dangerous spots there as Whittlesea go long down the middle, but Jared King was the man who fought the footy and he got one high. Jared King wins the free kick inside the centre square.
So King about 80 metres out from goal, pops one up into a dangerous area for Hughes to float into, and he did it very nicely, didn't he? Just found that empty space out there in the right forward pocket, and he was able to take a nice grab out in front of Bramble, his direct opponent. Tough kick though, deep on the boundary, about 35 metres out.
Yeah, it will be from a tight angle here for Hughes. Already has one today, but this will be a special goal if he can kick his second. He is hard up against the boundary line, clubroom side of the ground. I'm sure if there's a few Whittlesea fans in those cars, they'd be giving some heckles right about now.
And he comes now, Hughes. And he doesn't mind it. He reckons he's got it. What a magnificent kick there from Todd Hughes. He's put through his second of the day. And Lalor answer again.
Geez, good kick of goal, isn't he,
Oh,
Todd
yeah.
Hughes? He's deadly when in range, and that time there, didn't matter about the angle. He was able to put it straight through the middle as Lalor moved to 4 goals, 2-26. Whittlesea 5-1-31, 23 and a half minutes played here in the first term. And it is a 5-point advantage to Whittlesea in a high-scoring affair. As the umpire now prepares to throw the ball back up in the middle of the ground. And the ball's tapped towards the Whittlesea goal face there. Crushing through at the bottom of that was Dyson. That was Max. Now the kick came outside from Atta, high up and under, and well read rather off the boot there, and marked by Tim Murphy of Lalor. He goes long looking for Scott Dowell, who flies high, couldn't take the mark. At the back of the pack is Bonson for Lalor, couldn't quite trap it. Whittlesea players getting in low. Dyson's in and amongst it, got a nice handball. Now they're away on the outside. Could have gone up to Dornoff, opted not to. Worked into traffic, and it's going to be a free kick to Lalor. A tackle laid there by Shannon Smith, and the captain has the ball at half forward.
Left half forward, delivers straight to full forward. The whistle's gone, and it's going the way of coming back, I think.
I think it's going to be a shepherd off the ball here when the initial kick came through, so it's going to be a reversal, it looks like.
So it's going to be Whittlesea's kick, and Dornoff has it now at right half back, who takes the mark just outside of his defensive 50. So a chance spurn there for Lalor. As the kick goes out wide and now up the line, and a good mark taken on the lead by Bean. He's about 5 metres in from the boundary. Scoreboard wing. He's got a few men over the top. Dornoff is one of them. The tall figure of Dornoff takes a mark and sweeps a handball forward. And now they can go inside 50 through Jay Russell, who puts it high to full forward. They will fly. They don't come down with it, and Horman desperately trying to retrieve it. Lets it slip over for a rush behind. Whittlesea moved to 5-2-32. They lead by a goal. Lalor 4-2-26, 25 minutes gone here in the first quarter as the ball comes out to left half back, and Murphy will chip over the top, and Lalor retain possession.
Mark taken here by Baksh at half back, and he goes long. It's an interesting kick. It's a dangerous one, floats across the defensive side of the ground, but he's able to eventually work it to Langbourne, who is the big tall option there. He goes over the top, whistle gone. It's going to be a free kick to Badley Kelly. And it's going the other way against Badley Kelly. It's going to be a Whittlesea ball at half back. So the Eagles, about 80 metres out from their defensive goal. Shocking turnover straight to Scotty Dowell in the centre of the ground. He kicks it long to Hughes. Is he going to get onto it? No, he couldn't get his hands to the drop of the ball. Normally so good at that. Now coming off full-back. Good work there by Saddington. High, up and under. Up to a 3-on-2. Flying high there at the back. It was nice work there by Daniel, but he couldn't bring in the mark. Now Lalor have got the numbers. They're working nicely to get it forward to Hughes again, who shoves his man out of the way and takes a big 2-grabber. And he's going to put through his third goal of this first quarter if he can kick truly.
That was a nice mark. Just out-muscled his man in the contest, got rid of him, opened up the space for him to mark, and did very nicely, marking about 25 metres out from goal with not much of an angle to speak of. So Todd Hughes will line up for his third goal of the afternoon already in the first quarter of the game.
He's a serious unit, Todd Hughes, when he's up and about. He can kick big bags of goals and kick them very quickly because he is a dynamite cannon off that foot of his, and he's going to show us an example of that right now as he comes in from, as Jordan said, about 30 metres out. Not too much angle to speak of. That right foot goes through the ball and it goes through for another goal. Toddy Hughes has got 3.
They knew as soon as it went in, the Lalor players, as soon as it came off his boot, that was going in. Great goal for Todd Hughes, his third of the afternoon.
Interesting times here, mid to late stages here in the first quarter. And we've got an absolute cracking contest between these two sides at the moment. It's hard to call who's played the better footy. Both sides have been pretty impressive.
5-2-32 apiece. That goal from Hughes levels the scores. Hughes already with 3. Only 2 games this season has he not kicked 4 or 5 goals in a game. One of them was against Whittlesea back in round 11. That's a little record from Whittlesea has already been blown to pieces with 3 goals to Hughes in the first term. From the restart, parried it to Ronas and out to Jacobs out the back. From the centre circles, he goes up towards half forward. Dowell came out to lead, couldn't take the mark though. Kick was a bit heavy for him, even if he jumped. The ball goes over the top. Jacobs again just overran it. Coming through Freeban. Oh, he's got clattered by 2 players. Ball spills out for Horman. He's clattered into by King. Whistle's gone.
High.
It's going to go the way of Whittlesea. A high to Horman. He's got Russell out the near side. He's got Fairchild making a lead. He looks for him. Fairchild didn't take the mark. Come on. Well positioned was Harley Ryan. Very smart footballer. Got himself into the drop zone and took the defensive mark and now goes out the far side Finds a man in the back pocket there in Smith, who almost slipped over. Just got his kick away to Parry, who goes up the line, up the club room wing. Scotty Dow takes the mark. About 5 metres in from the boundary. Little chip kick over the top. They work it patiently. Jacobs takes the sliding mark. Narrowly avoids the fence on the outer side. Standing on centre wing, Shane Jacobs kicks up the line. They're doing very nicely here to retain possession, but moving up the field. King, forward of centre wing. Goes long and goes inside the forward 50. The target is obviously Hughes. He flies. He couldn't take the mark. Dow is there. He got a hand to the footy. He snaps around the corner. His kick goes towards goal, but it fades violently off to the left and will trickle over for a boundary throw in 10 metres around from Lalor's goal.
Really patient field up there. You called it well, Jordan, but nice bit of movement from half-back, firstly by Ryan just to intercept, and then with their experienced ball movers, Smith, King and Jacobs as well. It didn't get the end result, but they moved it nicely. Now here's a chance at ground level. Gibson again, the man to shark it. He was dispossessed, and we're going to have a ball up. 25 out from the Lalor goal, 45-degree angle. Scores level here, 5-2 apiece. 29 played, a snap around the body. That's from Gibson again, high up and under. Staddington the only man back, and he takes the mark here for Whittlesea. Opts to go back over his mark. He's going to switch the ball back in the direction it came from. Bean takes the mark. In fact, it's not Bean because Bean's further up the line. Also making a lead is Matthew Adha. Shorter kick went over the head of Omarite, and the mark taken now by Shannon Smith, an intercept mark. And the siren sounded, he might go back and have a shot. He's going to have to kick it the best part of 60 metres. No one stood the mark, so it gives him a better chance. He's taught, I tell you what, he's got onto it. He's got onto it. It's a goal.
Oh, my goodness.
He's kicked the goal. The umpires, there's a bit of confusion here. That's gone through. That's a goal.
Does it count if it bounces through?
It does, as long as it's not touched. This will be a goal to Lalor, I'm sure.
A goal.
Shannon Smith, no one stood the mark.
Well, that's really disappointing from Whittlesea because they went to sleep.
And what's going on here? I'm not sure. I think they're making him take the kick again, are they?
No way.
I'm not entirely sure. He didn't play on.
Oh, that's shocking umpires.
So it's going to have another crack at it here, but it was a vacant goal scorer and it bounced through as Smith got onto the top as confusion reigns a bit there. Whittlesea plays completely turned off. No one stood the mark and no one was in the goal square. Now it's going to make the really tough for him. Everyone's back on the goal line and there's a man standing on the mark.
Now they're all on the line. This is that's poor umpiring. That went through. I don't know what they're doing, the umpires. Shannon Smith started his secondary run-up and then stopped. Umpire told him to go back again.
Surely he can't do it twice, you wouldn't think.
Oh, it'd be outstanding if he does, but there's about 20 players on the line as Shannon Smith comes in from left half forward, kicks that one towards goal.
He's done it.
It swings back, he's done it! Shannon Smith, that is play of the week, no doubt about that one. That is fantastic play, Shannon Smith, the captain, and that is a captain's goal. Goal of the season.
That's theatre for you, boys. It's making him do it again just so we can see how good he really is, and he's stepped up to the plate. He had to kick it an extra 5 metres that time around with players back on the line, but Shannon Smith has absolutely unloaded and he has put his side in front at quarter time here at Lalor Reserve. It is Lalor in a shootout, 6-2-38. Whittlesea 5-2-32. Really entertaining first quarter of football. We will go around the grounds and we'll start in Division 1 of the Northern Football League. Dara.
Double D. Is it an apostrophe between the two Ds?
No, it's a discontinuation.
Okay, I wonder where that's from. Interesting name from Dara Baksh. Lalor leads 6-2-38 to Whittlesea 5-2-32. Here at Lalor Reserve, second term is underway in Division 2, round 15. This top of the table clash, it was an epic in the first quarter, ended by an epic goal from Shannon Smith, but the first clearance goes the way of Whittlesea. Bean kicks it inside 50 and then follows it up. He goes into the pocket and the good mark taken, was it? Fairchild juggled it a few times and the umpire says yes, he did take the mark. I thought there might have been a hint of grass that made contact with the ball there, but umpire said it was a mark and Fairchild will have a shot at goal from the left forward pocket.
Awesome play by Bean, coming out of the middle, getting the clearance and then trying to lace out his teammate who dropped the mark, but then he followed up and was able to get back on it again and then laced out Fairchild in the left forward pocket. Great play by Todd Bean. Fairchild's
already kicked 2 goals this afternoon, 438 for his senior career. This will be for number 3 for the day. Right foot kick is on the way, starts straight, fades to the right, but he's kept it through. He's put it straight through, Andrew Fairchild, and so Whittlesea equalise early stages here in the second term, 6-2-38 apiece.
It's a completely different game to the one we saw last week, isn't it, guys? With Lalor now kicking 6. Whittlesea kicked 6 last week. Combined, we saw, I think it was 15 goals for the day. We've seen 12 in the first quarter and 1 minute here. Fairchild with 3. Also, Hughes, his opposite number, has 3 as well. It's been an amazing start to this game.
Back in the middle now. Ball one down in the path of Jacobs, who gave it off to Ryan, who's running off half-back. Ryan kick up towards half-forward, looking for Dow over his head. Good mark taken there at the back. It was a nice one here for Whittlesea, and dangerous kick coming out of the defence though. Straight into the path of Bonson against his old team. Can he pick it up and do something special with it? He just out in the full hammers it straight onto the boot of Ben Russell, and it ricocheted off him. It's going to be a Todd Hughes ball deep in the forward pocket, and he's going to have a shot for goal, you would assume, because his kicking boots have been on so far today. I reckon he'd back himself.
Yes, Bonson. Well, firstly, Bonson probably could have gone for the mark, I reckon, in that contest, but luckily the ball came off the boot. So free kick for out of bounds on the full, deep in the forward pocket. Hughes is going to have to do something very special from here. It's a tight angle.
Check side.
He's kicked 3 goals for the afternoon. He will go the check side. It's just fallen short.
Narrow side.
Kept it skinny, 1 behind for Lalor. They go to 6-3-39. They lead by 1 over Whittlesea. 6-2-38. 2 minutes gone here in the second term at Lalor Reserve.
First blemish for Todd Hughes. 1 behind for him. He's got 3 goals, 1 for the afternoon. Whittlesea about to bring the ball in from full back. Will be Dale Saddington with the footy. He's got Maxie Dyson here on the near side. Couple of options.
Dyson's
on the
free.
grandstand side if he wants to go that way as well. He does opt to go in that direction to a 2-on-1 over the back. First one to pick it up will be McAuliffe, but he didn't go hard enough. Dow was the first one to pick it up there for Lalor. Handball a little bit errant. McAuliffe has to go once more. Now Stefanold tries to step around 1, step around 2. Did well to get around Badley Kelly. And then handball back to a teammate. Nice little handball change. Smother coming and turning the ball over here for Lalor. It's going back the other way, but a handball was errant straight in the arms of Dornoff, who gave it over the top. Tried to find Crowley, who took a mark. Handball into space. Didn't favour his teammate exactly in Stefano, but he was able to eventually get onto it. Handball to Dyson, then high up and under the half forward. Crushing the pack there was Daniel. Ball at ground level now. Bobbly around in the Whittlesea forward pocket. There's a lot of Lalor numbers here though. Nice work there by the ruckman there in free band, handed off to teammate, and then a kick up towards between wing and half-back. Scotty Morrison laying a big tackle in there. Holding the ball. Great tackle it was there from Scotty Morrison, and he'll have it. About 70 metres out from his defensive goal.
So Morrison standing hard up against the boundary line. Kicks long up the wing as far as he can. Looking for Scotty Dowell, who couldn't take the mark. Saddington regathers for his team. Hands off to a teammate who goes into the middle, but it's a poor kick. It's an errant kick, and they've turned it over. So Lalor will go inside 50 again, albeit with a poor kick of their own. And that one's been turned over straight down the throat of Higgins. Higgins comes out the near side with a touch on the way through, so no mark there for Ben. He takes it and goes straight away. He was taken to ground with a high tackle after he kicked it. He'll receive a free kick. There's a bit of biff going on afterwards, but that disperses quite quickly. And so there'll be a downfield free for Atta, who goes long into the pocket, looking for the free man there in Murphy, who didn't even challenge for the mark. He knew there was a high coming over the top of him. He waited for the high to happen. He receives the free kick. He goes straight away, but the umpire says, come back. Go over the mark. It's going to be a free kick to Max Dyson. He was a bit quizzical why he didn't go for the mark, but then gets it paid off in the end because he knew the free kick was coming.
Pretty much the same spot that Smith put through those dual barrels on the siren at the end of the first quarter.
Couldn't happen a third time.
You wouldn't think so.
Max Dyson, let's see. Left forward flank, can he do the same? His kick is long, his kick is straight, his kick is good.
Just go the drop punt this time.
Max Dyson, he kicks his first of the afternoon. And Whittlesea now take the lead by 5 points. 7-2-44 to Lalor, 6-3-39. 5 1/4 minutes gone here in the second turn.
Really great game of footy that we're seeing, isn't it, here? It's a high scoring, it's what you want to see, but just the actual accuracy at goal has been one of the highlights for mine. I mean, Dyson there from outside 50 put it straight through. We've seen Smith kick some long range ones. Hughes has been really accurate, as has Fairchild. As the ball now back in the middle. In fact, Stefano got up high, but it's Jacobs who sharks, and they've got runners off the back of the centre square now. Kick up to Dow, who takes a strong mark overhead at half forward in front of the tennis rooms there, the tennis courts I should say. He's going to chip one in short, looking for Morrison, who snuck forward, and his long reach outstretched Luke Crowley there, and Scott Morrison can go back now with the man on the mark standing Well, the man remarks 45 out. Don't know if these 50s are quite 50. Look a fraction short of, but you'd back him to have the range here. Morrison, who's predominantly played through the back line in the opening quarter of this game here. He has snuck forward. A chance to put Lalor back in front, led by 6 points at quarter time. Currently trailed by 5. Whittlesea with the 2 goals in this second quarter. Shot on goal. We just talked about the goal kick, and that's another demonstration of it. Morrison puts it straight through the middle post height, and Lalor has the lead back 7-3-45. Whittlesea 7-2-44. I'm not sure if both sides can continue at this intensity for such a for a long time as what they've done. It's been a quarter and a bit of it. Can they sustain it for 4 quarters? They have been the 2 best sides in Division 2 this year, and they're really demonstrating today why that has been the case.
I'm sure Stephen Marshall will be very pleased with that one. His centre-half back kicking that one long through the middle. There's a big bump once the restart took place here. Left half forward, the ball moved, has gone through Dyson, who goes into the forward pocket. Taking it on the bounce was Bean. Handball backwards for Dyson again, standing on 50. Goes into the pocket, deep for Horman. Coming in from the other side, the mark was taken by Adder. They collided into each other, Nick Horman and Adder. No damage was done, thankfully. But Adder will go back and take the shot at goal from the left forward pocket, where Fairchild kicked his goal just a few moments ago.
It was Matty Dornoff who got dumped in the clearance there, and he's feeling a little bit worse for wear, a little bit groggy.
But the play has ended with Atta, who I certainly recall playing more of half-back early in his career, but now playing as a forward pocket. Adder lines up for his first goal of the day. Only 18 goals in his 43-game career. Right foot kick is on the way. Looks pretty good. The goal scoring has been fantastic this afternoon. There's one for Matt Adder. And Whittlesea take the 5-point lead back. They are 8-2-50. Lalor are 7-3-45. 8 minutes gone here in the second quarter.
Well, I think the motto is, how do you prepare for a top-of-the-table clash? Just throw defence out the window, make it a shootout. These two sides can't stop missing. 8-2-50, 7-3-45. It's Whittlesea now with the advantage back, as the umpire now, Langdon with the ball back in his hands, throws it up. Stefano doing the ruck work there for Whittlesea. He got over the top there of Parry, and they're moving forward now. The handball swept over the top to Bean, but he got an unkind bounce. He's forced to lay the tackle now. He did really well. He'll be rewarded for that. Nice bit of work there on Tim Murphy. I think Murphy thought he'd shaken the tackle, but Bean went again, and he got the free kick, and he's going to chip out wide for Riley Dyson. Still too far out to score, but with the goal kicking we've seen today, it might not be. He showed some candy. He ran into vicinity, but then the bounce didn't come back to him. Had to go back now. Long kick, top of the goal square. Couldn't find a teammate. And at ground level now, Dow trying to pick the ball up. He couldn't quite. Whittlesea still with the numbers. Handballed back to Crowley. Wrapped up in a big tackle. And now it's a free kick to Ladle. Hot on the whistle that time there. The Bloods now moving off half-back through Smith.
They go up towards half-forward, but a good mark again from Dale Saddington. Defensive mark, and he goes back off to Dyson, who can take a bounce and go up towards centre half-forward, where Stefanola waited to Dornoff. Back inside now to Daniel. Daniel tries to round one, had nowhere to go, has to go backwards. They go up to full forward again. Horman's there. They all fly. Adder's at the fall. Kicks towards goal. Didn't get any purchase on that one, though. It might come back out here for Murphy, who was taking the ground immediately. Umpire says holding the ball. Free kick to Layla in defensive 50. Freeband will have it at full back, and they go out to the pocket.
Well, they've been consistent on it now a few times. They have been hot, but it's been the same both ways. The ball now moves up to the wing for Lalor, just kept in there, paddled up now towards the wing, and eventually it trickles over. It's Parry there running towards that football there. Nice crowd build up on the club room side of the ground, right in front of them is where the ball lies. It's Lalor 45, Whittlesea 50, 10 minutes played. Second quarter here is Parry to do the ruck work against Stefano. Dornoff went up third man, got it down to Riley Dyson, who in turn opens up the ground for Crowley, and now they're moving through McAuliffe, long kick towards centre half forward, 2-on-1 against Horman there. He's still got the ball to the ground though. Max Dyson now supporting him, but the handball's going to be turned over. Freeben's in there for Lalor. They've got enough numbers here to work it out, but they've been untidy. Eventually it's Ben Curtis, gets onto that trusty left and goes long, looking for Dowell and Morrison. Dowell, the man in the middle of the pack, set himself, took the mark and switched the ball here. It's a high, long kick looking for Murphy. He took a good mark, 1-on-1 against Bean. And now he's got a nice lead coming on the outside there from Gibson. He ignored that. He went longer still looking for Hughes. Wrong option there in the end. And Whittlesea now have the numbers through Jaron Murphy in his third senior game. Kicks it to Bean, who's run into pressure now. Turns it over. Murphy. Bean went again there. Hard footy to win. Body is sprawling everywhere. And we'll have a ball up. Nice tackle there by Jay Russell. 50 metres out from Lalor goal. And looks like, guys, Gibson's in a bit of trouble here with a left shoulder. The arm just dangling at the moment.
He's holding it. It's limp. Stefano went highest and took the tap down to Dornoff. Andrews goes after it. Dyson is there, tried to get his kick away, but it was partially smothered on the way through. Gibson just hanging around the pack, too apprehensive to go in. He's definitely holding that arm. Grimacing.
I think it was from that marking contest earlier, it might have been.
Ball thrown up here, right half forward, about 60 out from Lalor's goal as Dornoff gets it and just clears it up towards centre wing, away from danger for Whittlesea as the ball goes over the boundary line on centre wing and out for a boundary throw in. Near side, we'll keep an eye on Gibson. He's still on the field. He's just shaking it off. So
look dislocated from here. I mean, just know how limp it was, but he's obviously okay because he hasn't gone to the bench. Otherwise, a very tough cookie to play through that, but he looks okay now.
Yeah, according to Ben Gibson doing his own diagnosis, he's okay to play.
So Parry wins it down into a bit of space, trying to get after it. There is Murphy. Smith had first hands on the ball. He got wrapped up by one. Came out to Parry again. And it's going to be a free kick to that man, Parry, who chips it over the top, finds Jacobs. It's been a good player in the first half. Was sensational last week, leading the Coaches' Votes Player of the Year so far in Division 2. Now he opens up the middle of the ground, gets it to a teammate who laces one out to full forward. Mark wasn't taken badly. Kelly at ground level, going hard is Morrison. Snap kick around the corner, high up and under, is going to be taken away here by Russell. Last line of defence. He gives it to a teammate there in Stefano. He gives it to Andrews. Back to Stefano now. Andrews with the ball hemmed up deep in the left back pocket. Really dangerous kick, 3-on-1. Mark taken here for Lalor at half forward. They can go back inside. Entry from Curtis. Well marked there by Gibson. It was Jacobs who took the nice mark. About 50 metres out, he'll be kicking from 55. He's marked it on the paint.
He looks pretty confident, doesn't he? He's gone right back. It's a longer runner, but we're seeing the goal kicking today. It has been of an exceptional level, and Shane Jacobs, we know, is an exceptional player. Stands up to the plate now to put Lalor in front by a point. High up and under kick. He's got the carry. He's got the accuracy, and Lalor take back the lead. They move to 8-3-51. Whittlesea 8-2-50. 1 point ball game, 13 minutes played. Second quarter as we go around the grounds. Division 1, Eltham 2-6-18 trails Heidelberg 4-2-26. McLeod 6-4-40 leads Montmorency 1-3-9. Lower 28-4-52 leads North Heidelberg 5-2-32. Greensboro is 7-3-41 leading West Preston 4-7-31. And Bundoora 5-2-32, 11 points ahead of Northcote Park, 3 goals, 3-21.
Goal kicking has been fantastic today, 16 of the best so far. 8-3 plays 8-2, Lalor lead by 1. The ball from the middle, Lalor might just win the clearance here, but the ball's still in dispute. In fact, it's Whittlesea. Horman had his kick smothered off the boot. They just rule it inside 50 though, but it's been turned over. And Lalor regather, retrieve and come out the near side to Parry, who marks just inside the centre square on the near side wing. Flares a kick out wide to Dowell, who couldn't take the mark. Good harrying there from Murphy. He harries further, and the ball goes over the boundary line, centre wing. Good pressure applied there from Murphy against a much further experienced Scotty Dowell. And there'll be a ball in. Centre wing, near side of the ground, just to the left of our commentary position. Parry doing the right work, got front position. Umpire said there was an impediment, and he was held onto. The left arm just held back from Parry, so he receives a free kick. On the true centre wing position, handball's inboard to Smith, who goes long and deep inside forward 50. Hughes comes out to take a spectacular mark. No, he hasn't.
It was a mark, but there was certainly a push out there, and it went to Saddington. Did spot that one there, 2 hands in the back. It wasn't that he was pushed too far, it was just more the fact that it was 2 hands in the back. So Hughes certainly wasn't against him. He flew without any infringement, but Saddington rightly awarded a free kick. He's going to short it here, and he's got his teammate in Daniel who's pushed into defence. He goes wide, ball now in front of the tennis courts there. Nice kick inside. Has spotted up the target here. This is Ben Russell in the long sleeves. Handballs inside to Omerod, who's enjoyed a great 2015. Long kick, looking for... It was 3-on-1 there. That was carnage there, wasn't it? 2 Lalor players ran into each other, but they're still going to come away with the footies. Smith went back to Freeban. They've got numbers up the ground. Dowell's on here. The kick goes to him. Will it get there? Good pressure came from behind by McAuliffe, but Dowell was really strong to take the overhead mark. Looks to keep the ball on that centre wing. Finds Curtis, who's been really good in his return game. Found plenty of the football, Ben Curtis. Left foot kick here, looking inside. He's in fact going to chip over the top for Jacobs, who goes back to the fight, takes the chest mark. Still too far out to score, but on a day like today, you just never know. We've seen some thumping kicks. This time, though, he's about 80 out from his goal. He kicks towards the pocket. Leading in that direction was Dow, but he never got up in the contest, and getting across third man up as Matthew Dornoff to take the relieving mark.
A few of those have been wasted today, those inside 50s from Lalor. Whittlesea getting numbers back in defence, and they do it again this time, and they flare a kick out to the left half back flank where Jack Dyson awaits. He kicks up the line, finds a man standing in the middle in Ben Russell. Handballs over to a fellow sleeved player in Andrews, who goes inside 50 again. No mark taken. Horman gets the crumbs, but his kick was shocking. He goes out through the pocket. I think he was having a shot at goal, but just had his left knee buckled beneath him as he had his kick, and it goes out for a boundary throw-in.
He's already got a couple of goal of the year contenders, Nick Horman, and he was probably going for another one there. Didn't come off that time.
1 point in the difference as the ball is to be thrown in deep inside Whittlesea's forward pocket. Lalor with that advantage. Ball thrown in towards full forward, but Jacobs was there to gather, and handball's off now to King. King goes out wide to a 2-on-1 contest in favour of his teammates from Lalor. Dowell gathers and goes inside. Finds a man in Morrison, had to make him work.
Open 50.
Took the mark, and he goes long inside forward 50. Hughes is there, 1-on-1. Takes the mark, second bite of the cherry.
Love that by Lalor there, just isolating that forward 50, nice and open, plenty of space here for Hughes to run into. He got front spot, he's got a strong grip on the ball when he gets to that front position, and there was nothing in that instance that Joel Bramble could do with his opponent having so much space to lead into. Just the work rate as well of Scott Dowell, guys. He just pushes up that ground, he runs up and back, he gets high to half back, pushes forward to give an option to half forward. Superb work rate, and Todd Hughes to make this a 7-point advantage, which would be Lalor's biggest lead of the day.
And to reach his past score of 4 goals already.
We've only gone 18 minutes in this second quarter. Hughes, shot on goal is just fading white. Right, I should say. White and right together gives you white, but Todd Hughes just missing, so the margin doubles to 2 points. 8-4-52 Lalor, Whittlesea 8-2-50. The ball preparing, well, not quite preparing to come back into play. Saddington still waiting for it to return from over the fence here, but it's probably the longest we've gone without a goal in this second quarter here. Is Saddington, the ball nearly gets to him, just falls short of the fence, and he's got it third time around. He's got Murphy in a pocket if he wants to go short. He's going to look to probably go longer still.
They separate from centre half back. They provide a few short options. Andrews is one of them in the pocket. Saddington told to go. Kicks out from full back up towards the right half back flank. They all fly. No mark is taken. At ground level coming through there was Ormerod. He was taken to ground and no infringement was given. The ball's gone out of play and there's a bit of biff going on.
He copped a big bump there, Ormerod, and I don't think his teammates are too happy with it.
Just a bit of shirt pulling and a bit of... not real jumper punches, but just a bit of shirt pulling and a few angry words thrown at each other, but nothing much of it comes. As the ball's thrown back into play, Jacobs does the ruck work, unusual for a midfielder, as the ball goes up towards centre half forward, and Andrews cuts it off for Whittlesea, takes the defensive mark, comes out the near side, but his kick was poor, and so they'll go back inside again. Cutting a path inside is Ryan, left foot kick towards full forward, Hughes awaits, Morrison's there as well. Hughes played the decoy, Morrison took front position, took the mark at full forward, and he'll go back and try and extend Lalor's lead to 8 points.
They're playing a really, I guess, tall forward line with Morrison, Hughes up there. We've seen Dow push forward as well, and Gibson's the man at ground level. Badley Kelly is there as well, but hasn't really got into the game at this stage here, but it's working a treat, isn't it? They've opened it up, they're getting the ball in high and long, and the Whittlesea defence is just undersized for the time being as Morrison goes back, and we saw him kick one from 50. You wouldn't have thought he'd have a problem just outside the goal square.
20 metres out. Scott Morrison, tiniest of angles. Right foot kick on the way, puts that one through beautifully. And Lalor extend their lead to 8 points. Morrison has 2. Lalor are 9-4-58 to Whittlesea 8-2-50. 20 minutes gone. We've just ticked into time on here in the second quarter.
Last week he played on Jacob Ossiduro and rotated into the ruck. So he's playing centre half back / full back / ruck. And now today he's playing deep forward alongside Todd Hughes. A bit of a masterstroke. He kicked 2 goals in this quarter.
Well, I think they've realised that Whittlesea's forward 50 probably isn't the tallest. So it's just allowed Morrison to go inside 50 and play as an extra tall up in there in Lalor's forward 50.
So the ball now back in the middle, round the grounds. Mernda 1-4-10, Panton Hill 4-1-25 at quarter time. Hurstbridge led Thomastown by a point, 27-26. The Stars led Diamond Creek 15-10 as Parry, well, he went for the big specky in the ruck there. Won it down. Shane Jacobs now wheels one around on the right boot. Dowell attacked it, but the bounce was just too high for he. And now Whittlesea with the numbers. They backtrack and they get it to Studdington. Up and under kicks a nice one. Allows Andrews to run onto it.
He's had a good game, Andrews.
Playing off the half-back flank. Can hear he's getting plenty of advice from his teammates. He's told to go now. Left foot dinky kick over the top. Finds Daniel. He's got a man in the middle. Opts not to go. That would have been dangerous. Goes back and across. And he's got a team out that wide. This is Joel Bramble. Bramble now kick. Well, it's going to be turned over, but the intercept mark was dropped by Bonson. And now the long kick for Whittlesea up to half forward's a good one. It's spotted Brett Hayes, the big man. Goes high and strong inside 50. Nice kick. Ball though hits the deck there. No mark taken at ground level. It's going to be a free kick to Whittlesea. Incorrect disposal paid. It's incorrect disposal, and it's Riley Dyson with the great tackle. And he'll go back now and shoot from 35 metres out. Only a slight angle. He got back there in the tackle. The umpire said he didn't get rid of it correctly. Riley Dyson can go back now and shoot at his second goal, of course. Kicked Whittlesea's first as a result of a 50-metre penalty. This time can kick a second from a free kick.
Kicked it spectacularly from on 50. He'll have to do similar with this goal here. Right foot kick on the way, starts right, bends back a little bit, but not enough for it to go through the big ones. Adds one behind to Whittlesea's score. They go to 8-3-51. Trailing by 7 here. Lalor 9-4-58. 22 and a quarter minutes gone here in the second quarter.
Harley Ryan now out from defence. It goes along with that left foot kick. It's a thumping kick, 60 metres, but a great spoil. And the ball now ushered out of bounds. That looked like it might have been, was it Crowley who got across there and laid the big spoil there. And we'll have a throw in. Half forward here for Whittlesea, clubroom side of the ground. And the ruckman prepared to go at it. Hayes was going to do the ruck work there for Whittlesea, but Dornoff came in over the top, but his hit out was intercepted by Jared King across half-back. Kicks into the middle of the ground, but a fine defensive mark taken overhead. This is Higgins, and his kick's a dangerous one, hung up in the air a while, but the mark's taken. This is Daniel. He's got busy in this second quarter, but playing certainly higher up the field. Stagnant forward 50, he has to kick to, and in the end, it's not his best effort. The ball's turned over now. Lalor can now go the other way, slingshotting towards their forward 50 here. Ball in dispute. Which way will it go? Well, Lalor picked the ball up there in the man of Polidano. He was wrapped up in a big tackle straight away, and Saddington's content to just run that ball out of bounds. 70 out from the Lalor goal. We've gone 23 and a half minutes. The Bloods lead this contest 58-51. The winner, of course, is first with 3 rounds remaining in 2015.
23 and a half minutes gone. Ball thrown in from the boundary line, and third man up over the top. Adder won it down to Dornoff. Dornoff high, long kick, but only as far as out of bounds on the full. And it will be a Lalor ball at 80 metres out from their goal.
We'll give you a chance to rest that throat there, Tommy, as Jared Parry takes the free kick for Lalor. Centre wing here. Got the short lead there by Blake Polidano. Overlooked that one, went long instead. High kick, big pack flies, but it's the man in front for Whittlesea. He takes a strong grab. Daniel, and again, it's Jan Daniel playing some nice footy across half-back here. Really stagnant, like the way Lalor's set up here. He's going to have to go to a contest, but the man on the mark's infringed there by a couple of metres there. Dowley, he went over the mark by a metre or two, and the umpire was hot in the whistle there. Rightly called the free kick, so it allows Daniel to advance 50 metres. Still going to be too far out to score, you would have thought. No one currently standing the marks. He's going to get an extra metre here, you would have thought. He plays on straight away. He's aware to the situation. Loads up from 50. Long kick was always wide, and it goes through for a minor score. And now Lalor leading by 1 straight kick, 9-4-58. Whittlesea 8-4-52. 24 and 3/4 minutes played in this second quarter.
King comes out from full-back looking for Dowell. Almost brought in the one-hander. Gathered after it. After that ball was brought to ground, and now gets after it again. Goes inside to Shannon Smith, the captain, and takes a good mark. About 75 metres out from his defensive goal. And he's looking for options further afield. Pretty stagnant. Can't see one, so he just goes long down the line in the direction of Morrison, who gets up nice and high and takes a really good grab. Nice work there by Morrison. He can go on with it straight away, decides to head in the Hughes direction. One-on-one, Hughes, almost impeded, tried to take the one-hander, left it for a teammate who tried to dribble towards goal. It was Murphy trying to put the dribbler on, but it was touched just before it went over the line for one behind.
Yeah, didn't get great purchase on it, but it still went goal bound, but in the end, just missing. So 9.5.59 Lalor, Whittlesea 8.4.52.
McAuliffe takes the mark at right half back. Handballs to Dornoff, who looks laterally and finds laterally. Daniel handballs out wide to Dyson of the Max variety. Goes inside. Oh, his teammates dropped it. I think that was Dornoff again. Just got a handball outwards though. Higgins slips over and now it's turned over. Layla through Jacobs. Kicks from 55 metres out. It goes all the way through. Talk about taking your opportunities. Shane Jacobs booted that one from 50 metres out. And it was just the smallest of mistakes from the Whittlesea defenders. And Layla extend their lead now to 13 points. 10-5-65 Layla. Whittlesea 8-4-52, 26 and a quarter gone in the second term.
Shane Jacobs 2 goals for this quarter. And his side now with a match high lead, 13 points, 10-5-65. Whittlesea 8-4-52. Ruckman go at it again. Hayes against Parry. Give that one to Parry. It's Jacobs again. He's been influential. He was dumped after he got rid of that footy. So it's going to be a free kick and a 15-metre advancement there. In fact, it's going to go back to where it came from, it looks like. So, no, it's not right the first time around. Short kick inside. Finds Smith. We know he's within range here. Marks it on the line of the paint of the centre square. He opts to chip into the pocket. It's a good-looking kick for Morrison. Had the first bite, couldn't get it again the second time. The ball's knocked there out of Kane Digny's hands, and we'll have a throw-in. 20 out from the Lalor goal, leading this one here by 13 points.
Deep inside the Layla forward pocket. Whistle's gone. Umpire said, what's gone here? Is there a blood rule or
downfield or blood rule? It's either one of those two.
Anyway, seems to have all cleared up now.
Nothing happened.
And the boundary umpire throws it back in. Hughes doing the ruck work at ground level, trying to paddle it out in the direction of Dow. Couldn't quite, and there was holding the ball, but it didn't matter. That is the siren to bring about half-time. And what a cracking contest we've got in our hands here, boys. Yeah,
sensational first half here, indicative of what you'd want in a first versus second contest, and it is at half-time. Lalor leading 10-5-65, Whittlesea 8-4-52. They won the first quarter by a goal, the second by 7 points. As a result, they have a 13-point advantage at the main break, and they, as it currently sits, have extended their lead at the top of the table. Big second half coming up. We will go around the ground. Big games coming up all around, or going on, I should say, all around the Northern Football League. Round 15 in Division 1 and 2, round 17 in Division 3. And we start off in Division 1 at De Winton Park, where McLeod is 7-7-49 to Montmorency 1-3-9. Eltham 3-6-24, trails Heidelberg 5-2-32. Lower Plenty 13-9-87 leads North Heidelberg 7-2-44. Greensborough is 9-5-59 to West Preston Lakeside 5